And welcome back to another episode of Mambo Talks, where we go ahead and ask some of the most frequently asked questions here and help you get some answers. Once again, we welcome back Cynthia, our resident host. Hi there, Cynthia.
Hi, Jesse. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Actually, I am looking forward to this episode because it's a little bit about dancing, kind of, inspiring some of our terminology with some dance terms. So it's pretty cool to kind of see how some things come about. If you don't know, or if you haven't seen the show yet here, um, and if you do like the content, feel free to like and subscribe so we can go ahead and create more of this content here for you. At the same time, you can go ahead and let us know what you like, what you don't like about these episodes, and help shape the future of future episodes here. Okay, if you're not familiar, just a little quick digest, 5 second breakdown. We put here Cynthia on the spotlight, and she goes ahead and answers some of those frequently asked questions with Mambo Merge, or at least provide some assessment from her side. So she's kind of being put on the spotlight now and kind of help us answer some of these questions. Let's just go ahead and dive right into it. All right. So as I mentioned earlier, a couple seconds ago here, this episode will revolve around some of the terminology here and also at the same time some of the functionality that Mamworks has to offer. So the first one is, what are backup dancers?
Backup dancers. The first thing is that these are what are going to be backing you up, helping you have the best routine. So, what's a routine? Well, we know what a routine is. It's how we customize our Mambo Merge to add more than one template to a component and to add other features into it. And one of these features is our backup dancers. Um, they finish tasks after we've merged our generated document. So there's four of them. There's the update record, then we have save task, send email, and launch screen flow. These all have different fields to fill out. They do different tasks, but pretty straightforward. Update record will allow us to choose whatever record we want to and then have it update the field. So you can see I have opportunity type here and I have it set to existing customer replacement. So whenever I generated this document, maybe it was set to new customer. Now it'll be changed to existing customer. And then save a task. This is activities on your record page, and this will just put in a little subject line, and you can even choose the status. And we can even put a due date in case, complete would probably be a great option, but this is in progress and I want somebody to do something related to this task. So I've gone ahead and said in 5 days from this merge, please somebody send that email out. And then you can see here I have send email. So this will send your merge document as the attachment. You're still going to be using your Salesforce email template, so you'll be able to choose which one you want. And then here you're also choosing where the field is for that email. So in case I didn't have a field named email, maybe it was named as client email or something like that, I'll be able to pick that out and choose the right one. Maybe it's primary, maybe a secondary email. Depending on what is going to be the right field, you'll be able to choose it. And then launch a screen flow. This allows me to, again, similar to the send email, I choose an item that's already created. So this is a flow that I've created ahead of time, and I can go ahead and click it. And then here, this allows me to change the object that's going to be sending in the information. And the information it's passing to the screen flow is, the content ID of the document that's merged and a little bit of more details such as the ID of it, the ID of the record that I'm on, and the location of the file. So we're not naming what field we want, we're just naming the container that's holding all of those fields. So that's something to remember with this guy. Otherwise, most people will probably leave it as content versions just to keep that information simple. But if you want it to be something much more easier for your flow, this is where you would put that change of name. But it's just choosing your screen of flow that you've already created, and then any of these, after you've merged your document, these start running. They finish the task. Nothing pops up on your screen. You don't have to worry. Only case where something would pop up is if you made a screen flow with something to show. But yeah, these guys are here to be your backup dancers and help you create a routine that's going to shine and spotlight your merge document.
Yeah, when we're talking about that backup dancer, I thought we were like in a stage, we're doing a routine, we're kind of
Exactly.
we got some people there kind of supporting the main host, the main person. Obviously, that's kind of what the Mambo Merge is doing here on that part. So I guess we have so many of these different backup dancers and so many different tasks that you can automate after generating documents. So I guess one of the questions that people have is, what dancer do you see being used the most, and what are your takes and thoughts as to why that is the case?
So it's kind of a tie, but if I had to really choose, it's gonna probably be update record. That one's gonna be the most commonly used. Most people, they like to keep track of when a document was made. Whether it's a nonprofit who's sending out a thank you letter, sometimes they like to say thank you letter was merged, or um, you know, maybe an invoice was created or a quote. You want to like have something checked off and say the quote was made, but the invoice hasn't been made yet. So that's one of the big ones. Another one, the second one where it's like a close tie is send email. Obviously, it's more of like those two work together. So I mentioned with nonprofits, they like to send a thank you or receipt of a donation. They'll update the record, say the acknowledgement letter was generated and it was sent out. And so then they use the sent email to send it out in that. So two steps done in together. Um, and just to show that that happens, you can see I have these two backup dancers happening right after this merge. I could add as many dancers as I wanted to one document. So yes, update's going to be the one that's used the most, and second place, real close, is going to be that send email.
And you hit a good spot there, Cynthia, about having multiple dancers interact at the same time. Kind of makes sense, right? That's a whole theme and concept that you can have all these tasks automated right after the document has just merged. So it's pretty cool to know that you're not limited to one and have to go back and have to redo it again. You can execute all of these all at once. So
Yeah.
I hope people can leverage these and kind of utilize them properly. And I guess this opens up our options here for the following question, which is, what dancers do you anticipate to see implemented in the future, or what would you like to see implemented? Or maybe some of the users are kind of letting us know. Feel free to comment below. But well, what do you think is coming in the near future?
So in the near future, on our roadmap, we have a good bit of backup dancers that we're trying to establish. A lot of them are connecting to where you can save your document, because right now technically, there's only two options: locally on your computer or somewhere in your Salesforce org. Now, we could get very specific about where we're saving documents in the Salesforce org, but sometimes people want to save outside, maybe in a Google Drive or something. So that's like our close, on a roadmap, next big backup dancer. And that's why the launch screen flow was kind of provided, because it does give you an option to you know, take the backup dancer a little bit further before we get to building it into Mambo Merge for you. Um, Aside from saving outside of Salesforce to like a drive of any sort, the other one that I'm really interested in doing is sending it to another application, such as, maybe DocuSign or something like that. But again, technically, we could kind of do that with our launch screen flow. So if you have a dev or somebody like that in your org, you could probably get it working. But those are the ones that I'm looking at and hoping for coming out soon with our more future releases that are going to be happening.
Cool. So obviously there could be some more self-serve backup dancers where they'll be able to be done built into the app itself, or something you can integrate, like I said, with the flow, right? So if you're
Yeah.
savvy, you're tech savvy in the flow, or at least you have the no code flow feel and you know how to do that, then you can probably leverage it already in the screen flow. So that's awesome to hear, and definitely pretty sure a lot of people are going to be looking forward to that. And with that, it wraps up the segment this time around. As always, if you do have any questions or feel free to add additional feedback, feel free to add it to the section below there. We're happy to take all your feedback and kind of consolidate to figure out how to bring and answer more of these questions. With that being said, we thank Cynthia for walking us and kind of explaining this whole backup dancers um, functionality that Mambo Merge has to offer. And once again, she shines in the spotlight, no doubt there, once again. And if there's any other feedback or questions, like I said, just go ahead and feel free to put in the comments below. But with that being said, thanks everybody, and you have a good day. Bye.
Bye.